Hi, my name's Andy Peacock and I work for Reply, and today I'm going to talk to you about architecting a modern SharePoint intranet. A modern SharePoint intranet is the centre of an employee's digital workplace. Modern SharePoint replaced classic SharePoint, which was historically customised very heavily to achieve a branding and to achieve the functionality that you need on your intranet. Modern SharePoint is an intranet in a box. My first top tip is to do a detailed discovery first. So understand your users, understand and learn from your existing intranet. So, you know, what's used, what isn't, and make sure that the architecture, you don't make the same mistakes again. Do art of the possible sessions, so make sure you understand what the requirements are and show the users and the owners of the intranet what's possible with native features within M365. And finally, plan your information architecture. So once you have all your requirements and you understand what it is you need to deliver, the information architecture within modern SharePoint is the most important bit to get right. My second top tip is technical readiness. Make sure that you've got a clean Azure Active Directory. One of the celebrated features of SharePoint Online and modern SharePoint intranets is the ability to target audience. If you've prepared your Azure Active Directory, then you'll be able to render dynamic content for end users super easily. My third top tip is content. Content is crucial for a successful launch of your new intranet. Make sure that it's up to date, make sure that it's relevant, make sure that you're not migrating legacy content that doesn't mean anything to the end users, and you'll be sure to have a successfully adopted new intranet. My fourth top tip is consider how users will access the intranet. Microsoft released Viva connections, which we'll talk about in a minute, but it's important to understand that there are different ways your end users will access the intranet. One could be through Microsoft Teams, and two could be through browser directly in SharePoint. Viva Connections is Microsoft's new option to render your intranet in Teams, and it's available across mobile and desktop users. So does Viva Connections replace the need for me to create a modern SharePoint intranet? The short answer is no. Viva Connections is based on your modern SharePoint intranet, so you have to have a well-architected modern SharePoint intranet in the background. The longer answer is that there are some careful architectural considerations that you need to consider when you're building it. Things like audience targeting, news, and the information architecture of the sites and hubs and associated hubs. But fundamentally, Microsoft's roadmap is incredibly rich in this area, and we'd recommend that you consider Viva Connections as part of any rollout. And that's it for my top tips on how to architect a modern SharePoint intranet. Thanks for watching, and feel free to get in touch if you have any more questions.